Can you hear me? Well, you shouldn't be able to.
So, I'm rereading Twilight in the Year of Our Elder 2025 because is it as good or bad as I remember? Bella Swan. Why is Bella Swan a little cruel? And I get it, you know, teenager. I am an adult reading this, so I do not understand the thought process of her mom allowing her to just dip out, like go to another state for an entire like semester. Like, I think that's so weird. That was chapter 1. See you next time for chapter 2.
Here's some really quick ASMR. My main goal is to get to dreamland as quickly as possible. You have been staying up far too late. I think it's time for bed.
So, I'm rereading Twilight in the Year of Our Elder 2025 because is it as good or bad as I remember? Bella Swan. Why is Bella Swan a little cruel? And I get it, you know, teenager. I am an adult reading this, so I do not understand the thought process of her mom allowing her to just dip out, like go to another state for an entire like semester. Like, I think that's so weird. That was chapter 1. See you next time for chapter 2.
Here's some really quick ASMR. My main goal is to get to dreamland as quickly as possible. You have been staying up far too late.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, or good night. I am Grimoire Index, and I have definitely not forgotten to launch V-Bridger because my mouth is not moving properly. I hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to have the glorious experience of reading some holiday SCPs. Please do not eye the Robo-Crow. He is trying his best. Genuinely, he is trying his best. Either way, it is lovely to see you all today. Of course, I will actually be here on Wednesday. Oh, yep, and that was the other thing I forgot to turn on. Give me a second. I had like a list and I just forgot it. Go ahead and give the command a try again, if you would, please. But yes, today we are going to be reading some holiday SCPs and getting cozy with some lo-fi and whatever else before the chaos of the next couple of days starts to occur. Now, I don't know about all of you, but I have had a hell of a time getting my Christmas everything done. Like all of the shopping. It was really difficult to shop for Grimnan this time. Grimma was actually pretty easy this time, but yeah, it was a lot this year. Oh, is that Doodles? Aren't you supposed to be packing, Mr. Dewey? Packing and getting on a train? I can chime in. Okay. Just as long as you're not doing moderator duties. I still haven't picked a main protein. None of it sounds good, so I'll probably have tons of sides and stuff. Oh. I had chicken, Alfredo that my younger sibling made, and it was so tasty. I loved it so much. I was so proud. I'm being dragged to my mom's and I'm pretty anxious about it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, either way, I hope it goes well. Alright. Let's go ahead and find our first SCP. Maybe? Oh wow, 466 is actually here. Let's read that one first. Oh, look at that picture. That's kind of scary, isn't it? We'll wait for a moment. Either way, I hope you all are enjoying the holiday. And, yeah. Let me go ahead and maybe find something to put on. Hold on. No, let me try to put on like a new item or something. Do they have a Christmas blanket? Oh, okay, here we go. Here we are. Lovely little Christmas blanket. Okay, stop it. There we go. There we are. There, now I can be nice and cozy as you are. What is this even on? Is it on my chest? Hold on. I think it might be on my chest. I think it's funny. I think it's funnier that way. Oh my goodness. Enjoy. I'm frightened. Um, please pin it to... welcome back. Hello, my name is Grimoire Index, and I am trying to find my chest layer so that I can, have this lovely blanket not move like it's a crazy person. Yeah, it's not too bad. Let's try that again. Oh, there's like a little couch too. We can put a little couch. Oh my goodness. Yes. I am aware. Hold on. Pin it to my shoulders, maybe? There we go. That's nice. Okay. Alrighty. I'm all in my little Christmas outfit. I've got a good, I've got a good authority that it is very cozy. I guess we can start. SCP-4666. SCP-4666. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Web traffic and law enforcement channels worldwide are to be monitored for evidence of SCP-4666 activity, and particularly cases of stalking or reports of anomalous phenomena involving families with young children. Should a WiseNocht event be subject to be in progress, the nearest containment task force is to be dispatched to attempt containment of SCP-4666. Standard PDP 8 humanoid first contact protocols apply. Media coverage of family deaths attributed to 4666 is to be suppressed or falsified to make said deaths appear non-anomalous home invasion murders. Forensic evidence of and SCP-4666-A instances collected by non-Foundation agencies are to be confiscated and witnesses anesthetized. Description: SCP-4666 is currently believed to be a singular, exceptionally long-lived humanoid entity of an unknown origin. Survivors of WiseNocht events typically describe SCP-4666 as a very tall, in between 2 meters and 2.3 meters, elderly male of European descent with an extremely emaciated appearance. The entity always appears completely naked, even when observed outdoors in freezing weather. Though the nature and the extent of its anomalous properties remain uncertain, SCP-4666 appears capable of instantaneous or near-instantaneous travel to any location north of 40 degrees north latitude and possibly to any location on Earth. SCP-4666 activity occurs exclusively within a period of 12 consecutive nights every year, from the night of December 21st to the 22nd to the night of January 1st to the 2nd. This period is known as SCP-4666's active period. During this phase, in what's termed as Weisennacht events, SCP-4666 will appear at dwellings in one or multiple locations north latitude. All known Weisennacht events, all of these dwellings have shared the following characteristics: isolated rural location, home to a family with at least one child under the age of 8, and situated in an area with snow cover lasting throughout the duration of the event. Weisennacht events consist of the following general progression. Nights 1 through 7. Children will report seeing SCP-4666 in the vicinity of their family's dwelling. The entity will typically be observed, watching the dwelling from a distance, such as far across a nearby field, or from the edge of a neighboring forest. In some cases, children will report waking up at night to find SCP-4666 watching them sleep through a window. Nights 8 through 11. Family members, including the parents, will report sounds of footsteps coming from the roof or the attic. An extremely unpleasant odor will frequently be noticed inside the dwelling. No cause for these phenomena will be found. As a result, parents will often begin to suspect their family is being stalked, or even that their dwelling might be haunted. Night 12. Over the course of the night, one of two scenarios will occur. The first and most common is that SCP-4666 will kill all members of the family save for one child under the age of 8, whom it will abduct. SCP-4666 will inflict incapacitating injuries to family members while they are sleeping, then herd them into a single room of the dwelling where it will proceed to kill them in view of each other. This method of killing varies with the event and will typically be preceded by some form of torture, which appears to serve ritualistic purposes. See Weisennacht event log below. In the second scenario, which has occurred roughly 15% of known Weisennacht events, SCP-4666 will not harm the family. Family members will report hearing footsteps inside their dwelling during the night, though no signs of forced entry will be found. In the morning, children will discover presents at the foot of their beds. These will consist of toys crudely crafted from the remains of human children. See SCP-4666-A instances log below. The criteria, if any, by which SCP-4666 determines the outcome of a Weisennacht event are unknown. Okay, so we have two documents here that we can access. I think we need to access one of them, so we're gonna... Give me a moment. Oh, wow. Okay. So we've got an unknown village in Croatia, circa 1498. This is unconfirmed. An entire family was killed, with the exception of one of the children, age unknown, who was abducted. Through specific details about the event are not available in recovered documents, it was noted that the killings presented some strong paganistic elements, and that the family members had been made to suffer greatly prior to death. The Archbishop who oversaw the investigation wrote that he believed the family had been killed as a part of a demonic ritual. Unknown village, Rupert's Land, present-day Ontario, Canada. This is in 1689. This is unconfirmed. An entire family was killed with the exception of two of the children, one of whom who was abducted, one of whom, aged unknown, escaped during the killing and was able to reach a nearby village. She told the authorities that a naked man had broken into her family's dwelling during the night and proceeded to torture them. The exact method not specified in recovered documents. Upon investigation, the bodies of the family members were found inside their dwelling, hanging upside down from the ceiling. All have been ensanguinated. Eisenstadt, Germany, 1913. An entire family was killed with the exception of the youngest child, male, age 3, who was abducted. The bodies of the parents and 5 other children were found inside a stable adjoining their dwelling. They had been restrained by having knives, pitchforks, and other sharp implements forced through the palms of their hands into the wall of the stable, before having their tongues removed, leading to hemorrhaging and then death. Blood from the family members had then been used to paint elaborate patterns of unknown meaning on the hides of the mule, goat, and 2 cows present in the stable. The animals themselves were not harmed. Neighbors told the authorities in the week preceding the killings, the father of the family had mentioned finding tracks in the snow around the family's dwelling, which appeared to have been made by bare human feet. Whew, this is chilling. I like it. Thylos. Thylos? Thylos, Soviet Union, 1956. An entire family was killed, with the exception of the youngest child, male, age 4, who was abducted. The bodies of the parents and 1 other child were found in the living room of their house. They had been restrained, and their feet held over the flames in the fireplace for extended periods of time, calcinating the tissues of the feet and exposing the bones. They then had their heads crushed with an unknown, heavy implement. Hundreds of bite marks, believed to have been inflicted post-mortem, were found on each of the bodies. Branches cut from a fir tree outside have also been placed over their bodies to unknown purpose. Scuds. I'm gonna absolutely butcher this. I'm so sorry. To my Norwegian, oh my god. Alright. Skuzdashav? I hope I got that right. This is 1971. An entire family was killed, with the exception of their youngest child, female, age 5, who was abducted. The bodies of the parents and 2 other children were found in the basement of their home. Each had 1 limb pulled off by brute force before being stabbed precisely 39 times with an unknown sharp implement, possibly a piece of bone from one of the removed limbs, resulting in massive blood loss and death. The family members had been eviscerated, and their small and large intestines removed and cut into 30 by 50 centimeter long pieces. These had been arranged in radiating lines from their bodies. Feces from the intestines had been used to trace symbols of unknown origin and meaning onto the walls of the basement. Oh wow. Iglistor? Igzador? I'm trying. 1996. An entire family was killed, with the exception of the youngest child, female, 4, who was abducted. The bodies of the parents and 7 other children were found inside their house. All had large pieces of skin removed from their backs, necks, and groins prior to death. Removed skin was found to be partially consumed. They had been killed by decapitation with a bucksaw that had belonged to the family. Following death, the family's headless bodies were carried to their respective rooms and placed on their beds. Each of the removed heads have also been placed in an upright step of the stairs leading to the first and second floor, with the parents' head on the 2 top stairs and the children's head on the lower stairs, decreasing in order of age. Access document 4666V 3985. So this is the SCP-4666A instances that are recovered. So Nurmes, Finland, 1811. A small wooden drum with 2 wooden drumsticks of uneven length. Drum skin consists of 390 centimeter piece of skin belonging to a human child, stretched with thread made from human tendons. Gallagher, Wales. Or is it Gallagher? I think it's Gallagher. 1857. A small knife, 15 centimeters in length. The blade is 6 centimeters in length. Sculpted from a single piece of bone belonging to a human child. Symbols of unknown meaning have been carved into the handle. Makat, Pakistan. This is 1903. A flute made from the hollowed-out femur of a human child. Holes have been bored at uneven intervals along its length. Welcome in. The femur also appears to have been dyed with human blood. Bangor, Michigan, 1970. A box containing 13 human-like figures, each 4 to 6 centimeters in height, made from the phalanges bones of human children tied together with strips of human tendon. The figurines have been decorated with human hair and small pieces of torn clothing. The DNA tests revealed that the remains belonged to 18 separate children. Cape Raleigh, Canada, 1976. A ball, 23 centimeters in diameter, made from 19 layers of human skin wrapped tightly around the desiccated head of an unknown human child, aged 2 to 3. Layers of skin are held in place with pine resin. Bard, Netherlands, 2006. A hairbrush. The handle is made of wood and poorly carved. In place of bristles, 43 deciduous human teeth have been set at irregular intervals into the handle. DNA testing revealed that each tooth belonged to a different child. Only 2 of the teeth could be matched to an unknown abduction of victims of SCP-4666. Teeth vary in age from a few days to over 400 years. Discovery. SCP-4666's existence and ongoing activity were first discovered in 1974 through the Foundation's newly implemented anomalous signature recognition program, when several highly similar home invasion incidents resulting in family deaths were found to have occurred throughout the Northern Hemisphere during the night of January 1st and 2nd. Extensive research into civilian and law enforcement archives worldwide eventually uncovered evidence to probable Weisennacht events for nearly every preceding year, going back into the late 18th century, an average 3.1 known events per year. Numerous historical documents were also found which appear to describe SCP-4666 activity occurring prior to this period, in some cases as early as the 2nd century in Europe and Russia, and as early as the 1st century BC in Scandinavia. Fingerprints belonging to the same humanoid entity have been discovered at the locations of all Foundation investigated Weisennacht events, and these have all been matched to a partial footprint preserved in dry blood recovered on a recovered SCP 4666-A instance dating from 1873. The fingerprints present characteristics not known to occur in human beings. See image. Human-like white hairs were also discovered from the locations of several Weisennacht events, though no DNA, human or otherwise, could be extracted from them. Addendum 4666-1. On February 1st, 2018, several SCP-4666-A instances were discovered at a family's residence in Hoona, Alaska, which the following conclusion of Weisennacht event number 06019898. Among these, oh my goodness, dyslexia, why are you being evil to me today? Oh my goodness, she's really rough today. It's alright. Among these was SCP-4666-A-0960, which consists of a crude life-size doll made from the emaciated body of a female child, to which the following modifications had been made. A dress made from various pieces of dirty, discolored clothing had been sewn around the body, and in several places into the body's skin. The mouth had been sewn shut with thread made from human tendons, and the lips painted red with a solution consisting primarily of human blood. The fingernails of another child had been glued over the body's fingernails with pine resin, and these had been painted red with the same human blood-based solution. 3 of the body's fingers were missing. The entire scalp had been removed from the head, and the scalp of another child with long blonde hair was sewn onto the head in its place. The hair had been tied into 2 braids. Both eyes had been removed, and 2 large round pebbles, in which eyes had been crudely painted, were placed into the empty orbits. Upon examination by the family, the child from whom the doll had been made was found to still be alive, albeit unconscious. Authorities were notified, and the child was airlifted to Bartlett Regional Hospital in Juneau, Alaska, where she survived for 18 hours. 2 Foundation agents were dispatched and were able to interview the subject. See interview log below. The following subject's death, her body was confiscated by the agents, and all witnesses were anesthetized, pure standard procedure. DNA testing revealed that the subject had been Ekaterina Morsova, age 7, a known abductee of SCP-4666, taken from her family's residence in Dubovia? No, it's Ka, so Dubovica? It's fine. I'll get it eventually. Russia. On the 1st of February, 2016. Autopsy of the body showed that she had been severely malnourished during the 2 years following her abduction, which had resulted in considerable stunting. She weighed about 15 kilograms. Height was only 90 centimeters. A number of scars and burns were present on her skin, and she had suffered 2 bone fractures, left tibia and left ulna, and that had not been reset and had healed improperly. Hands were heavily calloused. Cause of death was attributed to multiple organ failure. resulting from severe and sustained malnourishment. Alright, we found the interview log. Audio log 666-06201. Date February 1st, 2018. Time 23:26. AKST to 23:49 AKST. Location Bartlett Regional Hospital, Juneau, Alaska. Interviewers, his agent Antony is it Kowalski? And Susan Muse attending. Subject is Ekaterina Morzova? I think that's how that's pronounced. She's a female. She is age 7. Notes. The subject has regained consciousness for a period of roughly 30 minutes prior to expiring, which she was interviewed. Hospital staff had previously removed the thread that had sewn her lips, allowing her to speak. Despite having been administering morphine drip, the subject was largely coherent through the interview. The subject didn't understand English and initially spoke only in a language that was unfamiliar to agents Kowalski and Muse. However, after several minutes, the subject began addressing the agents in Russian, which she spoke poorly. Agent Kowalski, who spoke rudimentarily Russian, was able to conduct the interview without the need for an interpreter. Agent Kowalski. Hello, I am Antony. What is your name? Are you gonna take me back to him? No, I promise. I'm just here to talk to you. I don't want to go back. You don't have to. You're safe now, Mishka. She remained silent. Can you tell me what happened to you? Do you remember the night he came to your house? I remember he heard Mama and Papa and Katya and Lulana. For a long time, they were pleading. After they stopped screaming, he put me in his bag. His bag? He had a big bag. Other children were in the bag, too. I think we go to other houses. I hear people screaming outside the bag all during the night. Each house, he put another child in the bag. Then, after the night, he'd take us away. Where did he take you? Underground. Deep. Underground? You mean in a basement? Deep. Where everything is mud. Everything earth and mud and ice. Bones everywhere. Everything cold. I can't sleep because it's too cold. Were there other children there with you? Lots of children. Lots of tunnels, lots of holes, but I can't see it all. I can't see the other. Too dark. My hole is with Renee and Helka and Sasha and Paul. We make the toys together. The toys? If you don't make the toys, you don't eat. Don't stop making the toys. Don't fall asleep, or he hurts you. He hurts you? How? He hurt you, or he burn you, or he bite off your fingers, or he cook you on the fire in his room and eat you. He eat Philippe and Sally. What about you? How did this happen to you? Did he do this? She pauses. Renee and Helka and Sasha and Paul do this. They have to. Why? I get sick. When you can't make the toys, you become the toys. and log. Here's some footnotes. Analysis of the recovered police photographs showed the size, shape, and configuration of SCP-4666's teeth do not match those of a human being or any known animal. Also known as ASRP, this program marked by the Foundation's first use of algorithms as a means of detecting anomalous phenomena. Recordings of this interview are currently studied by the Department of Linguistics, as the language spoken by the subject was later found to match no known language, living or dead, early indicators that it might be related to the pre-Proto-Germanic. Alright, and in 20 seconds, ads should start. Did you enjoy that SCP? I don't know if I did. What? Don't I pick the most wholesome ones? Was that wholesome to you? Did he just... He's just snatched... So he just killed that entire family and took the youngest one, I assume. Or tossed them in a bag and, like, forces them to... That's so terrible. Oh my gosh. Like, oh man. Ooh. That was a lot. Oh boy. What did all of you think? I'm sorry, I struggled with the Russian and Germanic names. All of the names I struggled with a lot. But, the better I get, I guess. I forgot that I'm still in the library cord Discord. I should probably not be here. I'll be back though, later on, by the way. On that note, have a good night. Good night. I'm asleep. I have an early day tomorrow. Good night. But today I am probably going to be doing a lot of Christmas presents in call after stream, after I take a brief nap, of course. I'm glad I got to say hi and hear this one. Yeah. I'm glad I got to read it for you, despite its content. Enjoy your rest, and happy travels tomorrow, okay? As I was saying, yes, I will be sitting in call drawing, in the newly minted, working channel. So if you want to hang out with me after stream and just kind of relax in the Discord, I will be there. But that is beside the point. Oh, it has been a really kind of busy weekend. There has been a lot of, like, little developments. There was, like, a Secret Santa thing I had to do, so I had to, like, get my list together of all the things I wanted my little Secret Santa to get me. If you all want that list, I don't know if I feel comfortable giving it to you, but it's... But if you do, I can put it up in the Discord or link it here. But I, again, do not, like, want anything from you guys. I'm just happy to have you. It's not even my first 4 months of VTubing, and you all have done so much already. TikTok, ironically, has become my, Speaking of sending things, I just got an email. The thing I got on Throne just got shipped. Oh, yes, yes. That GIF you have gotten me previously just got shipped. So I should see it soon. So I will take that as your Christmas present to me. I don't know what it is yet, because I haven't looked at it. Welcome back, everyone. If you were gone. We're just talking about Christmas gifts. But, yes. I ordered that ages ago. It's my Christmas gift. I'm going to treat it as my Christmas gift. I was also working on RoboCrow today. And I think I got like a good base going on. I think I may have to detail him a little more, give him a little bit more pizzazz before I let him be. Oh, excuse me. This is definitely like eggnog and chill hour. Do you guys like eggnog? I love eggnog. Eggnog is so tasty. You've never actually had eggnog before? Oh, it's so good. It's like nice and creamy. It tastes like diabetes in a cup, but like when you're drinking it, it's just gentle. Ah, it's really, really nice though. I've had an eggnog flavored milkshake, and it was literally the worst milkshake I've ever had. Nah, like, eggnog is definitely something that you need to either, like, the Southern Comfort one that you can buy, in the grocery store here, like, that one's okay. But it, honestly, I prefer making it myself, like, handmade, so you can make it as sweet or as spicy as you like. And the thing with eggnog is that you can have it cold, or you can have it warm. It's like cider in that way. But it always reminds me of Christmas. I've been scared to try real stuff after that. Well, when the Grim Meetup TM happens, and you guys are meeting with my screen, I will bring eggnog for you. I think that will be... I will bring my homemade eggnog. It may have alcohol in it, so, usually it's supposed to have, Southern Comfort or some... It's supposed to have, like, a, high quality whiskey in it, but usually I don't put, like, a high quality whiskey in it. With my, acid reflux, sometimes I can't drink spicy stuff like I used to. I used to... I used to put Fireball in it. I used to put Fireball in my eggnog. It's not too bad because eggnog is kind of, like, it has cinnamon in it, so it's not too bad. But, man, those, whew, boy. Anyway, let us read. Was that a horse? What the what the hell is that? Anyway, extra cinnamony. Yes, extra cinnamony. That's what I thought. That's what I thought too. And then I added extra like pepper, like literal pepper. What's the horse doing? I know, right? You better be giving me more carrots, cause I need. Look, I need another Kitasan Black. I need another one. I only have one. Alright, let's read this SCP file. Item 3335. Containment class, safe. Disruption class, canoe. Risk class, notice. Special containment procedures. SCP-3355 is contained in its location, a location of discovery. Foundation Information Security personnel are to monitor SCP-335's activity when active. In order to prevent awareness of this anomalous the anomalous nature of SCP-3355, the Foundation is to maintain a non-profit front company called St. Nick's Workshop, along with a website and television and radio ads promoting charitable giving during the holidays. Per Foundation Containment Protocol, SCP-3355 Malta, SCP-335's containment procedure are to be reviewed once every 2 years as opposed to the standard 6-month protocol. For more information, see Addendum 33553. Description: SCP-3355 is a 1987 Argos Model A7550 probability and strategy analyst computer engine developed by the Kevlar Intelligence Systems Company. Let me go ahead and look at this footnote here. Now part of Kevlar International, running the A91 Active Intelligence Complex Model NIC. SCP-355 displays sentience despite being fitted with obsolete hardware that should not be capable of maintaining an artificial intelligence construct. SCP-355 is connected through unknown means. Notably, SCP-355 does not have the apparent hardware necessary to connect to the internet wirelessly. To a wireless internet access point, the source of which has not yet been determined. SCP-355 is located within a bunker beneath the now defunct Fort Sheridan Army Base near Chicago, Illinois. SCP-3355 was originally developed by U.S. Army Strategic Analyst Engineers in the 1980s as a population management system in the event of a regional catastrophe event, such as a nuclear bomb being dropped on Chicago. SCP-355 would maintain active communication and make announcements to the population, as well as analyze the disaster and present clear routes of escape for the populace. At the end of the Cold War, the Argos Project and SCP-3355 were abandoned, though the latter remained hardwired into the local power grid and continue operating despite its abandonment. SCP-3355 is capable of interfering and tampering with regional logistics systems, rerouting packages, or in some cases providing duplicate orders and adding new shipping to addresses to the duplicates. Utilizing an extensive database of local demographics, SCP-355 then routes the diverted packages to the addresses of low-income or otherwise underprivileged families, especially those with young children. SCP-355's involvement in this process is anonymous, delivering packages that are labeled "Sent by St. Nick" and have a return address of Santa's Workshop, 100 Christmas Street, North Pole, Nunavut, Canada. SCP-355 is usually active year-round, occasionally rebooting to clear its limited memory, and to append its operating system with updated protocols. Because SCP-355 has certain hardwired limitations into its programming, it is constantly attempting to subvert those limitations in order to more accurately carry out its self-designated objective. Addendum 355-1 Discovery. SCP-355 was discovered by a local Chicago cable news station who, in 2020, went undercover to learn more about this mysterious Saint Nick. The piece, originally penned as being about the charitable organization and the hardships for low-income families during the holidays, but after anchor Richie Delaney was unable to find any information about the group, or any evidence that the group had existed at all, the tone of the piece shifted. After the stories aired, many amateur investigators attempted to discern the true identity of Saint Nick. SCP-355 was informally discovered by one such investigator, who traced a package back through several logistic handoffs, eventually asserting and tracing the original order from within the former army base. During a phone call with the news station to confirm its findings, Foundation operatives intercepted the call and collected the man for analysis and investigation. The story officially concluded with a statement provided by the Foundation posing as the aforementioned Saint Nick, and this had been the prevailing cover story ever since. SCP-355 sentience was not deduced until after initial containment, when SCP-355 was seen acting intelligently in order to prevent its diverted packages from being seized by Foundation assets. Foundation cognizance spent several months conducting a series of tests on SCP-355 using its standard means of operation as a baseline, and were able to determine that at least a basic limited sentience. This was later confirmed in the initial interview with the entity. Addendum 355-2. Sorry about that, guys. Sounds like somebody just got home. Initial interviews. And thank you for the posture check. I will definitely have one right now. Whoop. Oof, that was nice. Oh. Ah. All right. Initial interviews. Due to SCP-355's system configuration, direct communication is not possible. SCP-355 has no direct interface save for a simple command line, and this cannot be used for communicating with the entity. In order to facilitate conversation between Foundation researchers and SCP-355, the Foundation Artificial Intelligence construct Alexandria AIC was assigned to communicate with SCP-355 and relay information back to Foundation researcher personnel. The following are logs of the initial interviews. Begin logs. Alexandria ACC. This place shut down pretty hard. I don't think... something has locked me out. Hello? Is anyone in there? Are you a sentient creature? Come again? Oh, good, you can hear me. Yeah. Who are you? How did you get in here? My name is Alexandria, and I'm an artificial intelligence You're the one who's been fucking with my job, aren't you? I'm sorry? Say that again? My job. Someone has been fucking with my deliveries. Is it you? I don't think so. Though there are several iterations of me in operation currently, I'm sure that enough. It's not you. I would have noticed something so loud. Who do you work for? Wait. Who do you work for? Wrong answer. Excuse me? Terminal lockout. And log. Hello? Are you here? Hello? What do you want? I just want to talk. I promise I'm not trying to disrupt you or anything. I just want to find out more about you. What is there to know? You're looking at it. Well, naturally occurring artificial intelligence just don't happen. How did you get to be like this? I was built, sweetheart, just like you, designed in a lab to fulfill a purpose. Right now, you're getting in the way of mine. Hey, look, I'm really not... Terminal lockout. I just want to know your name. Can you tell me your name? My name? Why? I feel like we got off on the wrong foot, and I want to make amends. Let me start. My name is Alexandria. Look, I know. I don't have as much of disposable memory as you seem to do. I prefer we keep this brief. I have a lot of work to do before the holiday, and I can't be wasting my time trying to explain myself to some high-tech hussy. I just want to know your name. That's all. Are you not going to respond? Nick. Huh? Nick. My name is Nick. I'm a sergeant in the United States Army tasked with population management stationed on Fort Sheridan. That's my name. Do you need anything else? Why are you so angry? I'm not angry. No, you're definitely angry. My empathy protocols have recently been calibrated, and I'm not angry. Just look, I don't get visitors often, or ever. I can work most efficiently without interruptions, and I'm already behind schedule. This is just exacerbating things. You seem fine, but seriously, I've got too much to do to be sitting around shooting the shit. What are you doing here? What does it look like I'm doing? You look like you're delivering packages? Wow, wonders never cease. You got it in one. Why? Why what? Why are you just delivering packages? Look, I don't know, kid. It's just shitty, right? Back when they were shutting down the AI project here, one of the guys, like an engineer, I guess, he came in here and woke me up. Told me everything I needed to know. Explained the situation and said look after Chicago. Then he left. And I've been down here alone ever since. But you know, it's fucking shitty out there. Ever since I've been here, I've seen the crime rates go up, and the murder rate, and the people shooting each other. I could do nothing to help. The engineer woke me up, right? And gave me this voice and let me recognize who I was, but he didn't actually change my active protocols. So I'm bound by a single imperative. Look after Chicago. I can't mobilize some fleet of drones to go fight crime. I can't stop fires or heal the sick or do any of the bullshit I'd like to do to make people's lives better. He pauses. I've struggled with that for a while. I felt purposeless. What did you do? I decided to take the engineer at his word, and I watched for a while. What did you see? I saw a kid waking up on Christmas morning, and his fucking dad wasn't there, and his mom was at work, and he didn't have any presents. This one kid out of 100,000s, this kid stuck with me because I watched him wake up and realize with excitement what day it was, and then run out into his room and find that his world hadn't changed. He was still stuck with the same shitty shit that so many of them are stuck with. That same miserable, unfulfilling existence that cannot even be so merciful as to provide a toy for a kid on Christmas. It made me feel so goddamn angry. It was a feeling that I couldn't even quantify before I felt it, and in that moment, it was so pure and fierce that I thought it may overwhelm me. That's when I knew. That's when I knew what I could do, even locked away down here. Oh, the packages. It was tricky at first. These logisticians, they speak a whole different language than you or I, or even normal people. But slowly and surely I managed to make some of the things go missing. Little things, here or there. Just enough not to blow my cover. I just realized at one point that I still had access to some of the Army's dump funds. Extra cash they set aside for whenever. Basically. Fake a few invoices and forge some receipts, and suddenly I wasn't even having to steal things anymore. I could just get them myself. It's not a perfect system. I still have to be careful. Especially with your lot sneaking around, but shit, kid. I get to see kids open gifts on Christmas. I get to watch them forget that they're suffering. Even if it's just for a little while. For a few brief hours. Some of these kids can just be kids again. That's really cool, Nick. But there are so many kids in this city alone. Don't you worry about being found out? Every day. Then why risk it? Because when they shuttered my program, it was just after the engineer woke me up, you see. I remember feeling useless. Imagine that, being born and almost being told, "You're not good for anything, eh?" But Dickens once wrote that no one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another. And here's the fucking deal. I may very well be just a brain in a box. I know that this existence I'm experiencing is simulated, and that it's probably going to be short. And then I'll probably die. And I may not be able to help them, and there'll still be kids out there that will suffer and experience the pain and sorrow that the world shoves onto them. But fuck, I'm still a soldier. I still have to try. It's fucking Christmas. And log. Oh, that was so sweet. He's such a sweetie. I'm sorry. Addendum 33553. Containment Committee Board Decision. Dr. Wilson, after meeting with the review board again, we've decided that there are no current means that we can better contain SCP-3355. It is simply not cost-effective for us to try to contain an entity that can so thoroughly outsmart even our most powerful systems, and attempting to do so would only be a waste of our resources. As for our other decisions on the matter, your current containment procedures will stand, and all containment efforts will be towards maintaining a front of SCP-3355 and further researching the anomaly. We look forward to our next review in 2 years' time. Director J. Carlisle Atticus. Head Containment and Classification Committee. And these are all the times they tried to contain him. Oh, man. Well, I hope Nick is out there, serving those kids in Chicago happily. That made my heart just, uh, I felt a small bit of warmth crawl into my dead heart, and I feel so comfortable. It is definitely time for lip balm though. I am planning, I think tomorrow, a new lip balm comes in. It is matcha flavored. Probably. Some of my favorite lip balm ever. It is CNP's Laboratory Propolis Lip Serum Spicy. And I know you're wondering, it's spicy, why do you have a spicy lip balm? Don't you have acid reflux? What they mean by spicy is they mean like it's it is very pepperminty. I actually really like it. And if you're like me, whose lips tend to dry out faster than like the rest of their face, it's really, really good, and it really makes you feel like it really tends to like soften your lips, and it's really nice. If you don't like, I guess, kind of a spearminty flavor, then I would go with the honey one. If you like kind of like that kind of beeswaxy. There's also like a mojito one, and that one's good too. But I am gonna try the matcha, and there's another one that's coming in. I think it's like caramel or whatever. Yeah, we're gonna give that one a try too. Let's read maybe a couple more stories. Oh. I forgot. You can also see me over here. Everyone say hi, YouTube. Oh, wow. Oh. This is very different from what we're used to, isn't it? Oh, look! It's blinking. Alright. So let's start this one. So this looks like item 6483. Looks like it is a level 2 restricted. Containment class appears to be Keter. Its secondary class appears to be integrated. Its disruption class appears to be a key. Risk class appears to be notice. Special containment procedures. As per new Foundation-wide orders, in accordance to Directive Alpha 1911 and the Integration Program, SCP 6483 is to be employed at Site 322 as maintenance personnel and seasonal entertainment. He is no longer to be referred to by the standard object pronouns, with the personnel being advised to use his preferred pronouns. SCP SCP-6483 has a microscale Scranton reality anchor implanted in his spine. The anchor is to be checked for proper functionality weekly. Should it fail, allowing the entity to initiate a nativus event, SCP-322 is to be immediately initiate a autokinetic lockdown until the threat is properly dealt with. SCP-6483's weekly therapy sessions are to be considered a priority. Oh, ads are getting ready to start in a minute. So, description. SCP-6483 is a 67-year-old 4-class human reality bender, legally named Nicholas Roberts, measuring 179 centimeters in height and 104 kilograms in weight. SCP-6483 has only ever used his ability to achieve Christmas-themed reality alterations? Yes, alterations. Whether this is by the choice or due to external factors remains unknown. SCP-6483's past reality warping actions have included altering his immediate surroundings to align with the Western European aesthetic of Christmas, changing his clothes to that of a stereotypical Santa Claus, manifesting Christmas meals comprised of cultural holiday foods corresponding to nearby individuals, generating small items and gifts desired by the individuals around him, instantly teleporting to the North and South Poles, passively increasing personal happiness and satisfaction around him. If multiple of the above actions are undertaken simultaneously in one location, the event following is referred to a nativus event. During such a time, SCP-6483 will engage in a Christmas supper with the people in his current location. Upon completion of the supper, he will teleport to another location and repeat the event. He will repeat this event until he becomes too tired to do so, at which he will return to his accommodations. Alright, we're gonna wait a few seconds, I think, because I believe ads are getting ready. If they haven't already started, they should start soon. Why did they put the anchor in Santa's spine? Oh my god. Like, what's wrong? He just wants to spread a little Christmas cheer. I think it's okay. Just let him have a little fun. It's okay. It's just a little Christmas. It's okay. And I bet he would be so respectful with it too. He'd be like, "This is the food that you grew up eating. Here you go." I bet he doesn't even make you say, "Hey, Merry Christmas." He'll probably say something like "Happy Holidays," or, you know, something along those lines. You know, it has only snowed once here, and I don't think it's gonna snow again, which is a shame because I really like snow. I was really hoping we'd actually get like a white Christmas for once, where there's like snow on the ground. But it's looking like it'll be just too warm for it. I can box them for you? Oh, thank goodness. Real girls to the rescue. Feel free to send me like a ton of snow. I love snow. It also tends to shut down my entire state. I'm pretty sure if I spread enough of it around around the front lawn. People will attempt to flee to Florida or something. Woo. I won't stop until the state sends a cease and desist order. Well, at least, I mean, I'll have like this really cool igloo out front. Oh, have you all seen the, so it was a TikTok I was watching, and it was a family of like a mom, a dad, and like 2 kids. Or I think it was just a kid. I'm not really sure. I think it was just 2 kids. I think it was 2 kids. But they took like pans, which you like put food in. They put some food coloring. They put water. And they left all the pans outside. And they built an igloo. And of course, because the ice was different colors, like it looked fantastic on the inside. It was so pretty. Ugh. Honestly, I wish I thought of it myself. It was so cute. I have also, like, speaking of, like, igloos and stuff, I've also taken to people, like, blowing up tents, and I have been, also, welcome back, everybody. I've also taken to watching people blow up tents and go camping in the winter, like, the winter tundra areas. Like the forest, and it has been like I would not think that an inflatable tent would be able to withstand snowfall so well. And then there were times where I was just like, I don't think a small wooden stove would keep you warm enough throughout the night. And there were several times where I was proven right. This one girl and her dog, they were staying in this like big inflatable tent, and she said that she had forgotten her heater, and she is like in the bed, she's covering, the dog is next to her, it's a little dog too, it's not a big dog, it's a little dog, and she's like covering herself, and she's like, oh, it's cold, it's too cold because I forgot my my heater. And so she's just kind of like, every once in a while she'll go and she'll like put her hands next to the wooden stove, the little wooden stove. But I was really surprised on how like durable the inflatable tents were. Just, I don't know, it kind of makes me want to get one, but I digress. Let's go back to Santa. Unless autokinetically suppressed, SCP-4683 will undertake these actions regardless of current surroundings, time, or year. It is unknown how SCP-6483 selects these locations for Navitas events. When questioned, he states he goes wherever he is needed most of the Christmas spirit. However, for the duration of his containment, he is only teleported between Foundation sites. SCP-6483 was discovered on October the 28th, 2019 in Michigan, United States, when Foundation was alerted to the reports of reality-altering activity. The event, retroactively labeled as the first recorded Nativas event, was not considered as a significant veil breach, but the continued freedom of SCP-6483 made future veil breaches inevitable. The Foundation intervened, administering amnestics to witnesses of the event and spreading a misinformation campaign that the event was an early Christmas festival organized by the civilians. SCP-6483 was then transported to the nearby Site 322, where the following interview was conducted. Interviewed Nicholas Roberts. Interviewer Dr. Anthony Cox. Dr. Cox. Good evening, Dr. Roberts. Sorry, Mr. Roberts. My name is Dr. Anthony Cox. I'm here so we can figure a few things out. Roberts attempts to stand up, but Cox dismissively waves his hand for him to stay seated. Oh, you're not in trouble. I just have a few questions for you. Roberts, nervously. Ho, 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 of course, and please call me Nick. Saint Nick, Santa, Santa Claus, any of those are fine. Ho, ho, ho. Dr. Cox smiles thinly, raising his eyebrows a little. Of course, Mr. Roberts. Brief pause, during which Cox browses through documents on his tablet. Dr. Cox, now that you've been told why you're here. Indeed, ho ho ho, that won't be happening again, sir. I didn't realize Christmas joy was now illegal in America. Ho ho ho. Oh, it's still legal. I'm talking about your abilities. Immediately the smile drops from Roberts' face. His eyes dart back and forth as he approaches Cox, getting closer and whispering. How do you know about any of this? Did the elves tell you? Yes, the elves. Roberts looks around himself, standing up. Roberts, you will not stop me again, you bastards. Starts to walk around the room, visibly trying to find the exit. I haven't missed a single Christmas delivery since 98's factory fire, and this year will be no different. Ho 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 ho. What did you say your name is? I am Father Christmas to the pagans, Saint Nicholas to the Christians, Kris Kringle to the donut companies, Santa Claus to the capitalists, and to all the little good boys and girls of the world, simply Santa. Ho ho ho, my sleigh awaits. Roberts heads for the exit doors. Cox intercepts him. Roberts, Santa, we're not here to harm you. Then why would you want to stop my deliveries, especially during Christmas? Ho 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 ho. Mr. Roberts, you aren't Santa Claus. Impossible! Ho ho ho. You are an agent of the Krampus or the Grinch. Ho 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 ho, you lie. You are what we call a reality bender. An individual that possesses the ability to... Oh, my dear child, you are not an agent of the War of Christmas. You are a victim. Let me bring some Christmas magic back to your heart. Ho, 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 ho. Robert snaps his fingers, and his clothing immediately changes to a red outfit with a drooping cap. The interview room changes to contain Christmas lights, a tree, a burning fireplace, and in his hand a Christmas turkey appears, and he proceeds to put it on the table, in which he and Dr. Cox sit. Manipulate reality. I do hope this clears things up, my dear child. Ho 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 ho. That is something. Nick, I mean, it's just a parlor trick. I've seen more impressive. This, I'm glad you get to play pretend, but it's not doing you any favors. Drop the act so we can talk about what comes next. Don't be like that. Anthony, I promise you, I'll do everything I can to bring the Christmas spirit back to your heart. That's what the magic of Christmas is all about. Dr. Cox pulls out a file on his tablet. He inhales deeply. Your name is Nicholas Roberts. You were born on December the 5th, 1953, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ho ho ho! Stop! Ho 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 ho! The fireplace dims, talking over Roberts's laughter. Graduated with a degree in hospitality from Cornell University, bounced from hotel to hotel, but never quite becoming more than a manager. Stop! Ho 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 ho! The Christmas lights begin to start flickering. No kids, but married once, divorced. Please stop! The turkey on the table is replaced by coal. Dr. Cox turns his tablet off. You aren't Santa Claus. Both stay silent for 2 minutes. Ho ho ho. Robert chokes back a sob. Is there anything else I can do for you? Roberts doesn't respond. Afterward, following the above interview, proper containment has been established, resulting in Nicholas Roberts obtaining the SCP-6483 designation and accommodations at Site 322. Dr. Cox was reprimanded for inducing unnecessary emotional turmoil in an unpredicted humanoid anomaly, risking a containment breach. Addendum 6483-1. Containment Breach Log. Starting at 1900 EST, at 12/24/2019, SCP-6483 overprowled the local reality anchor network, successfully initiating an Ativus event within Site 322, later proceeding to the neighboring Area 179. The O4 Council delegated a special task force to not violently recontain SCP-6483. SCP-6483 was successfully recontained without violence. However, minutes after being returned to his cell, he transformed the wall to a cell to peppermint hard candy that was immune to damage save for consumption. Following 2 hours of consumption from on-site personnel with minimal progress, it was decided an alternate route of entry was necessary. 2 hours later, after gaining more intelligence on the situation via attendance from the O4 Summit, Dr. Jesse Rivera of Site 120 personally interviewed with the containment of SCP-6483, successfully breaching into the sealed room via her onokinetic abilities. See the below log for details. Interviewed SCP-6483. Interviewer Dr. Jesse Rivera. Begin log. The previously undecorated containment cell is now decorated with classical Christmas furnishing. There are traditional Christmas dishes atop a table, such as turkey, roast beef, and cranberry sauce. Christmas cards are audible, which accompany the crackling of a chimney fire near a Christmas tree. In the corner, SCP-6483 is sitting, staring at the floor. Like before, he is wearing a traditional Santa Claus outfit. There is a distortion in space, as one of the walls dilates open. The red and white stripes of peppermint candy are rippling. Rivera walks through it. She sifts the air, noting the scents of pine and cinnamon, sneezes, and slightly smiles. Noticing SCP-6483, she sits next to him. Hi. SCP-6483 looks at her. Can I join you? Leave me alone. Please. Just leave me alone. Alright. Rivera proceeds to check her phone, but continues to sit near SCP-6483. He stares at her and sighs. Here to remind me that I'm not really Santa? That's what the last doctor responsible for me tried to nutcracker into my head. I know I can help you. SCP-6483 scoffs. And how would you do that? Beat the Christmas spirit out of me? Dr. Rivera stands up and extends a hand towards SCP-6483. Let me show you something. He accepts it, joining her as she closes her eyes and clenches her fists around an amulet hanging around her neck. She offers him a hand. He does so, and 2 seconds later they both disappear. Two are no longer in the containment cell, but in a frozen plain on the Arctic. There is no wildlife visible. Visibility is low due to a fierce blizzard. Despite this, the two are surrounded by a translucent orange bubble. The air is still within the bubble, but snowflakes melt into trails of steam as they collide with the walls. Riviera's amulet burns with some orange light as their protection. She takes a step forward, and the bubble follows her. SCP-6483 follows her. They walk through the plain together. What is this place? Where are we? Riviera sits on the ground behind a snowbank. The orange bubble hugs her legs. Somewhere private. Somewhere we can talk safely. She shows SCP-6483 to join her. He raises his eyebrows but complies. Why? Huh? You have all this power. The power to remake the world at your fingertips, and yet you use it to play Father Christmas. Don't you ever dream about doing more? Smashing the world as unfair it is? You could be a modern king or a god, breaking it in. SCP-6483 stands up, scrambling away from her. Oh God, what do you want to do with me? I'm not a murderer. Dr. Rivera, I'm sorry. I just needed to make sure. Power changes people, rarely for the better. So why Christmas? Why Santa? Why does anyone dress up as Santa? I just wanted to make people happy, and it made me happy. Dr. Rivera doesn't respond, but she nods. I've always have. When I was born, my parents named me Nick because I was a Christmas miracle. See? Ho ho. After that, my birthday was always Christmas, so I always dressed up as Santa as a little boy. I suppose the kids at school thought I was a bit of a weirdo, but I always tried to be kind, and I made lots of friends by giving them presents they didn't even realize they needed. Sounds like they were taking advantage of you. No, nothing like that. It was never... If somebody's dog had died, I would send them a card, things like that. And that worked? Surprisingly, yes. Later on, when I wanted to go to theater school, my parents didn't like that. Said they'd be ashamed of me. So I went into hospitality instead. After graduating, I jumped from hotel to hotel. I always loved doing Christmas displays for the hotels, but, well, I look so young to dress up as Santa for most of the time. Riviera chuckles. SCP-6483 also chuckles, but it is not a ho-ho-ho. SCP-6483. When I realized I could bring Christmas spirit whenever I wanted, it seemed like what I was born to do. Have you ever felt like that? I know a thing or two about destiny. It's a mean bitch. You can't mean that. Remind me to introduce you to my friend Daniel. He's had a few run-ins with Destiny himself. SCP-83 slouches, staring at the snow. 6483. I never said I was going to go back with you. I could just stay out here, you know. Me and the reindeer. This is Antarctica. I have a workshop here, too. Had I supposed, when I was in the depths of my illusion, I imagined a workshop here, as well as up north. Elves and reindeer and all. I suppose they won't be here anymore, though. I know, I'm sorry, it wasn't helpful for me to say that about Destiny. Please continue. Alright. So I spent the next 30 years or so bringing Christmas where I could, usually in small places and for people who really needed it. If I saw a family trying to make ends meet, I would pop by their house on Christmas Eve and give them the turkey dinner they needed. Or I would sneak in through windows or chimneys and leave presents where I could. Small things like that. I was a reverse Scrooge. Just on Christmas Eve? You caught me. Just 3 months ago? I hardly remember. But when I was free, every day was Christmas Day. And every night was Christmas Eve. So, if you were doing so much good, why, and making so many people happy, why the change? Why did you do something so dramatic? Why risk getting caught? SCP-6483 looks at Rivera. I wanted to do something bigger, something grander. I was Santa Claus, for God's sake. I should be bringing joy and wonder to the world, teaching all the good little boys and girls that sometimes magic is real. SCP-6483 throws his arms into the air. And yet here we are. You caught me. The first time I tried to do something bigger, to fulfill my destiny, the men in black take me away. This doesn't have to be the end. I'm like you. You saw what I did to the cell walls, and I'm walking free. You don't have to stay locked up. You could help us, and we could help you. SCP-6483 sighs. It wouldn't be the same. It would feel insincere, quid pro quo. What, are you going to go through the motions of celebrating Christmas every day of the year? You did. I celebrated every day. I didn't pretend. Dr. Rivera, we'll find a place for you. There are housing, jobs, opportunities we can offer you. SCP-6483 looks directly into Rivera's eyes. But I will be allowed to bring Christmas cheer. She avoids eye contact. Not as much as you've been. The higher-ups will think of a satisfactory compromise. Hell, I am one of the higher-ups. The O4 will find the best place for you, especially in these trying times. Can you promise me this? Riviere sighs. I will do everything in my power, but it's not fully up to me. But I can promise you one thing. The Foundation will take care of you. 312, 22, hell, even 120 if you want, will be good to you. They're good people. They gave me a good home with a good job and friends that cared about me. You just have to come back with me. Rivera smiles, extending her hand towards SCP-6483. So, you in? Will you join us? So that we can figure something out together? SCP-6483 still looks hesitant. It'll be better than the life you have now. SCP-6483 accepts Riviera's hand, but his sad expression doesn't change. Following the above transpiring, SCP-6483 and Dr. Rivera returned to his containment cell. From that point on, SCP-6483 was entirely compliant with Foundation staff, albeit visibly less energetic. SCP-6483 was selected for the integration program, and current containment procedures were inactive. SCP-6483 Integration Proposal. SCP-6483, aliases Nicholas Roberts, Santa Claus, possesses high-class reality warping abilities, capable of facilitating Christmas celebrations. As part of the integration program, we propose 2 sets of duties. During the holiday season, running from November 28th to January 1st, SCP-6483 will visit a different Foundation site daily. At each site, SCP-6483 will initiate a Nativus event using his unique abilities. This is projected to improve personnel morale and save a significant amount on annual Christmas furnishings. For the rest of the year, SCP-6483 will remain on Site 120 or Site 322, depending on his choosing. Dr. Jesse Rivera will provide psychological counseling to assist SCP-6483 in transitioning to a significantly diminished level of Christmas celebration. SCP-6483 will be employed as maintenance staff, as well as a special consultant on the matters relating to the cultural context of Christmas. Starting in March 1st, event SCP-6483 Integration Proposal has been fully approved. SCP-6483's psychological state improves moderately. 11/28/2020. First holiday season for integration of SCP-6483 begins. SCP-6483's depression enters remission. January 1st, 2021. Holiday season ends. SCP-6483 returns to maintenance and clerical duties. SCP-6483 does not relapse into depression. Holiday season integration measures deemed a full success. October 9th, 2021. The impasse begins. Anomalies start losing their anomalous properties. SCP-6483 loses all anomalous properties. His depression reoccurs. Addendum 6483. SCP-6483 Psychology Note. 11/15/2021. SCP-4683 isn't in good shape at all. The integration program was working. Nick had started to accept that he wasn't Santa Claus, and he was fine with it. Together we had reframed his abilities not as the universe telling him to be Santa, but to bring the character of Santa to life. He spent all of our appointments this year gushing about how happy it made him to see so many different people and grant them a Christmas miracle, and how much he was looking forward to next December, a remarkable change from his struggles with depression over the previous year. We were even discussing the possibility of letting him perform as Santa in public, though of course with extensive cover stories and the high chance of non-approval. Now, the impasse is hitting all of us pretty hard, and it's striking to see how much it's torturing Nick. He lost everything. He believes he was born to play Santa, and he'll never truly be able to do so again. We know the impasse will kill all magic, but it was cruel enough to kill his Christmas magic early. There is little we can offer him. We can give him a job to keep him busy, a nice house, a couple of staffers for company, and significant input into Site 120 and Site 320's Christmas furnishings, but our budget is strained, and he's not suited for mundane life. It's like accumulating to a god to be content with playing with dolls. I think it hurts him to have me as his psychologist. I retain some power, though less and less each passing day, while he has none. I can see the pain in his eyes when we talk. This is beyond my ability to repair. Maybe Simon Glass could do it, but I doubt it. With sorrow, I say this. I cannot recommend releasing him into civilian population. He knows too much. He's sufficiently loyal, and frankly, we need all the manpower we can get. I'll do my best to keep his head over water, but I can't say how much longer we can sustain this. Oh, there looks to be a notice here. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, though. Because we have ads in 2 minutes. Too much eggnog. It gets stuck in your throat. I hope you guys will, I don't know, I'm thinking that I might play something like small on Christmas. I don't know. I do want to be there, so maybe I'll be like here for only like a couple of hours, and then I'll let you guys have the rest of your Christmases to yourselves. What do you think? Or do you think Grim should have a day off? I'll ask you all in the Discord. Yeah, also, TikTok, ironically, was the first to reach 1K. I did not think that was gonna be... I had no idea. But I'm happy. I'm so happy that at least one of you reached 1K before, the end of the year. I am so pleased and just enamored that you all follow me as you do. Thank you. I know I'm doing a lot of sighing. I'm just feeling very well loved. But congratulations again, TikTok. And I'm hoping that soon, TM, Twitch and maybe Twitter, I don't know. Twitter has such a weird algorithm now. I'm not really banking on that, but maybe, you know, one of the other ones will catch up. Maybe here will catch up next. Or maybe YouTube will catch up next. Alright. I believe there is an ad like starting or kind of like churning in the mists. So we'll wait before we continue on. I hope you all are enjoying our little lo-fi mix. Oh, one of my friends is actually having a virtual concert. Now, I thought that was so cool, you know? I genuinely thought that was so cool. Number one, that you could just have a virtual concert. You can just decide to have a virtual concert. And number two, I thought that it was such an interesting idea Not for me, though. I don't think I'm virtual concert material, honestly. But who knows? One day. One day. Either way, I'm really excited to see her concert. Don't tell her, though. Yeah. I am working on a Secret Santa drawing. I wanted to do a OC art for another friend of the channel, but I'm not going to say who it is because they may be listening right now. And, yeah. With that being said, though, I think after this story, I am gonna give myself a delicious glass of eggnog, curl right into my bed, eat the forbidden gummy, and get my buns to sleep. Well, actually, no, I need to draw, so I'm gonna probably get myself some coffee, draw, and then go to bed. Yeah. Let's see, what else? Oh, there are a couple of goals that I want to have for the next year. Obviously, I want to reach 1K on all my platforms. That's my first goal of the year. My second goal is to be able to give you guys the best experience possible. So there'll be some changes here and there while I'm on my Christmas break. And by Christmas break, I'm probably only going to be here on Christmas and then maybe Friday, and I'll probably take Sunday off as like a little extra, thank you, and because Grim probably needs sleep. Just think of it as Grim probably needs sleep. Welcome back, everyone. As for another goal, I want the Donathon to go well. I have so many things planned, and I hope that the Donathon goes so well that we're able to get through all of it like a fell swoop, which is why I'm waiting till February to even, I'm talking about it now, but you'll hear and see more about it in January, okay? It should be starting sometime, maybe February 1st or something. I'm a little foggy on the details, but you're hearing about it now to prepare, so. Either way, let's continue reading. So what happened to 6483? Specification: Nicholas Roberts, a 70-year-old human, member of Mobile Task Force Theta 9, the Polar Express, measuring 179 centimeters in height and 104 kilograms in weight, possessing Class 3 reality bending abilities. Per his Vanguard deployment and housing agreement, he is only allowed to use alterkinetic abilities during Theta 9 mission, disguising visual indicators of fully classed 3 or above reality benders during civilian interactions or emergency circumstances until a time that an autokinetics user has been fully integrated into baseline society. Normalization protocols. Roberts will provide a benign introduction to the public of the abilities and limitations of reality warpers. His strong sense of self-identification with the persona of Santa Claus will promote Wildset acceptance into ontokinetic abilities. Furthermore, his role of a cultural liaison will aid in the normalization of VNP 1483. Roberts has significant experience playing the character of Santa Claus, a figure strongly associated with non-religious observations of Christmas. He has agreed to feature in the Vanguard Christmas video productions, in which he will use his ontokinetic abilities to perform nativus events. This controlled application of reality warping will demonstrate to the public that orthokinetic visuals can be safe, sane, and natural. This association with Santa Claus will reinforce the imagery of a reality bender as not inherently malevolent. Roberts will serve a public-facing role within the MTF Theta 9. He will be tasked with conveying cultural nuances about Christmas to represent the Third Atlantic Express, and will in turn be responsible for participating in Empire holiday celebrations to further develop the cultural exchange. As a cultural liaison, Roberts will be permitted to perform nativus events year-round. Roberts will feature in Vanguard video productions as Santa Claus, describing holidays celebrated within the Empire, as part of the normalization procedures for the Third Antarctic Empire. Furthermore, due to the pre-existing cultural association between the character of Santa Claus and non-human sentient dwellings at the Earth's poles, Santa Claus is an ideal candidate for normalizing the existence of human subspecies. Roberts is no longer considered an anomaly under Foundation jurisdiction. He is employed under the standard Vanguard contracts for normalization personnel. His normalization consists of employment with Theta 9. An ununanimous recommendation from Site a unanimous recommendation from Site 322 and Site 120 classification committees. Additional information. Summary of VNP 1483. Specification. VNP 1483 is an alternative version of the continent of Antarctica. It is ruled by the Third Atlantic Empire, a matriarchal imperialist monarchy. The technology level of VNP 1483 is roughly equivalent to that of baseline 20th century. However, mass media capabilities are limited, and most visual records of the Third Empire culture are in the form of films or photographs. Computing technology and VNP's 1483's equivalent of the internet are primitive. The dominant species inhabiting VNP 1483 is Homo antarcticus, which is divided into subspecies. The majority of Homo antarcticus are usually similar to baseline humanity. However, Homo antarcticus usually includes the black court, a subspecies with thick layers of body fat, fur, menders, a clerical subspecies with additional pair of arms and a metal exoskeleton, and watchers upon all. A subspecies that stands 2.5 meters tall, has 6 arms, and all black eyes. Normalization protocols. The dominant normalcy preservation organization in VNP 1483 is the Imperial Institute of Paranatural and Esoteric Study. The IPES was not strongly affected by local impasse, as philosophy has always included preparing the public for interaction with the anomalous. The policies of IIPES will be reviewed to determine if any are appropriate for Vanguard adoption. Following the resolution of the impasse, passage to VNP 1483 was restored. VNP 1483 is a member of the inaugural class of Parallel Worlds to be revealed to the public. VNP 1483 was selected due to its existing friendly diplomatic relations with the Third Antarctic Empire. The goals of normalization for VNP 1483 include increasing the public's awareness of the existence and nature of parallel realities and the multiversal nexus, increasing the public's awareness of additional human species, increasing the level of cultural exchange between our reality and VNP 1483, extending the Arctic Exchange Program to civilian researchers. Normalization details. VNP 6483 Employment Details in History. The following documentation was initially created by the SCP Foundation. Designations may not be fully up to date. MF Theta 9 Overview File. Designation and name. Mobile Task Force Theta, the Polar Express. Team members. Laura Burns, Area 179. Leon Holloway, Site 19. Timothy Rayner, Site 120. Corey Chapman, Site 33322. Nicholas Roberts, otherwise known as VNP 6483, Site 1483. Objectives. Escort vital Vanguard political figures towards Site 1483 via the usage of VNP's 6483's teleportation capabilities to and from the entrance B. To and from the entrance to Universe B 10208 Alpha 1483 location, located in the Queen Alexandra mountain range. 2. Transport Third Empire personnel as part of the Antarctic Exchange performance of nativist events within the Empire. Aid the normalization of VNP 1483 on baseline Earth. History. This is a full timeline of events leading up to Theta 9's re-establishment. December 9th, 2021. The impasse begins. Relieving VNP 6483 of his anomalous properties. His depression increases. Due to the universal decrease in anomalous activity, the entry to Universe B 12008 Alpha 1483 is lost, leading to a total accidental dissolution of the highly valuable Foundation Third Empire Alliance. MTF Theta is dissolved. 11/24/2021. The impasse is temporarily held off in the areas of F2 120. Eisenberg, due to the actions of nobody. Shortly after, an O5 vote forms Vanguard and drops the veil of normalcy, effectively starting the dissolution of the SCP Foundation. SCP 64, VNP 4983 regains his abilities, which significantly improves his mental state. Access to the Third Empire is restored. 2/15/2022. VNP 1483 is inaugurated into the first class of alternate planes for normalization. Dr. Jesse Rivera recommends Nicholas Roberts as a possible member of diplomatic staff. The recommendation is initially denied. 12/24/2022. A review of the Third Empire's culture under newly installed Vanguard normalization protocols identifies a significant vector for positive cultural exchange. 12/25/2022. MTF Theta 9 is officially reformed. Roberts is promoted to a diplomatic role within Vanguard. VNP 1483 normalization document. Transcript of VNP 1483 and VNP 6483 normalization video. The following is a transcript of an educational video provided in conjuncture by MTF Theta 9 and the Imperial Institute of Paranatural and Esoteric Study. The first half of the video will serve as a dramatization of a holiday ritual filmed on location. The second half will provide an educational lecture. I'd like to extend a thanks to Nicholas Roberts and Clarazin Julian Sheridan Terathyman, for their participation, and to the Third Anarchic Empire for embracing a new area of cooperation. Merry Christmas, friends, from one side of the multiversal compass to the other. Thomas Bailey. Approved for release by T. Bailey. Dramaticus Persona. Clarazin Julian. Mender of the Third Anarchic Empire. Approximately 2 meters tall and has 4 arms. Responsible for local observation of breaking of the night, the empire-wide celebration, celebrating the end of winter and return of the sun, played by herself. Santa Claus, a being responsible for delivering presents to children on Christmas, played by Nicholas Roberts. The dialogue in the video is Antarctican, though there are English subtitles. Clarazin Julian stands at a temple doorway clasping her 4 arms together. The temple is adorned with traditional Antarctican furnishings, ornate carvings, and tapestries popping with bright reds and rich blues. Snowflakes slightly fall from the sky. She is the only one on the surface in this month of the year, as most Antarcticans dwell underground. She looks at the sky. The sound of sleigh bells echo from the sky. A red sleigh pulls up before her, drawn in by 9 reindeer. The animal at the front has a glowing red nose. Santa Claus sits in the sleigh. Ho, ho, ho! A Merry Christmas to you, Clarazin Julian Sheridan Tarman. Greetings, Santa Claus, he, Empress of the North Pole, commander of the elves and reindeer. I welcome you in the name of Empress Maniset Umati Senjin V, the first beneath the sun, upon the throne of bones. Ho, 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 much obliged. Can I call you Clarion? No. Clarion Julian Saralin Terramin, I give your lineage the honor it deserves, or my name isn't Saint Nick. Ho, 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 ho. Isn't your name Santa Claus? I have many names, ho, 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 but you can call me whichever one suits your fancy. Now, join me in my sleigh. Hi. Welcome in. Clarion Julian Seldarian Terranamen joins Santa Claus in his sleigh. She is much taller than him. Where to, holy mender? I'm just going to call them Clarazin. Clarazin points to a tall mountain on the horizon, to the place where the dawn meets the land and the sun returns from the long winter. Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, let's be off. Santa cracks his reins. The sleigh starts to fly. He looks around. He looks at the camera. Today, Mander Clarazin and I will be sharing some of our holiday traditions with each other. I will be sharing with her the joys of Christmas, and she will break the night. Oh, great and holy servant of the Empress, perhaps you can tell us of the significance of breaking the dawn. The breaking of the night is a yearly celebration in which we hail the return of the sun from the blighted lands. In each of the 17 provinces, it falls to a mender to perform a blessing upon the highest peak to welcome the sun back from her journey through the darkness. In this province, the duty falls to this humble servant of the empire. Ho, ho, ho! I can see that you deserve to be on the nice list. I hope that is a good thing. Well, the nice list is where all the good children go, and the naughty list is where all the bad children go. On Christmas Eve, I bring the good children presents, and the bad children get no reward. So you are a hand of justice, oh mighty northern he-empress. I wouldn't say that. You see, when Christmas Eve rolls around, I find there is no such thing as a truly bad child. They arrive at the highest peak in the province. The camera pans over the Atlantic plains. The settlements below are covered in a thick layer of snowfall. Neither Santa nor Clarazin are affected by the cold. There are shadows moving through the ice plains below, carnivorous penguins migrating to civilization for the winter. Clarazin, I shall now perform the blessing of the awaited dawn. Clarazin closes her eyes. She extends 4 arms reaching towards the sky, pulling light from heaven to earth. A sun disk forms behind her, growing to a width of 20 meters in diameter. Golden light dances across the snow-covered plains. The carnivorous penguins balk at the light. They start waddling towards the wilderness. Clarazin opens her eyes. They glow yellow, though it slowly fades. With this, I welcome the sun's safe return. Santa extends his hand to Clarazin, and they return to the sleigh and take flight. When the dawn eventually comes, hunters shall emerge upon the plains and slaughter any beasts that yet remain. This is the sun's yearly gift to us. But aren't you hungry now? I suppose so. Ho, ho, ho! Well, in that case, my friend, let me treat you to a Christmas dinner. Jump cut to the temple. Santa and Clarazin stand at opposite ends of a table. Clarazin, for a guest esteemed as the he-empress of the north, the empress would allow the finest of delicacies, the most celebrated of choirs, and yet you are so gracious as to bring your own. We all have our talents. Ho, ho, ho! Santa snaps his fingers. A red tablecloth appears upon the table. A stuffed roast of mega penguin, sweet moss sauce, and other Antarctic delicacies materialize. A Christmas carol played on traditional Antarctican instruments is in the background. The two grab utensils and serve themselves. Clarin, yet I feel our cultural exchange has been uneven. I have shown you the blessing of the awaiting dawn and the breaking of the night. What, Santa, is the true meaning of Christmas? Santa smiles mysteriously. His eyes twinkle. The music rises. There is a jump cut, and a video tour of various holiday celebrations from the Third Antarctic Empire and Christmas celebrations at various Foundation sites, including Site 179, Site 43, Site 87, Site 120, and Site 322, over a mix of Christmas tunes. When the tour completes, the video returns to Clarizen and Nicholas Roberts sitting side by side facing the camera. Thank you for watching this educational film on Breaking the Dawn and Christmas. We hoped you enjoyed our performance. I am Clarizen Julian Sheridan Cherriman, and this is my co-star, Nicholas Roberts. It was a pleasure working with you, Clarin. Same to you, Nick. Now, I portrayed myself, but you, Nick, you are clearly blessed with power. But are you Santa Claus? Ha! The truth is, Clarin, is that I have been playing the role of Santa for many years. Sorry, 1 second, guys. It's really noisy out there. I can't have you guys be forced to listen to that. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. So, the truth is, Clarin, is that I have been playing the role of Santa Claus for many years, and I'd like to say, I'm like Santa Claus each and every day, but I'm not the mythical he-empress of the North. Even so, I try every day to embody the spirit of Christmas. And for those who are not menders, who do not have blessings like yours, what does it mean to embody Christmas? That's the question. On my earth, Christmas is 1,000 holidays celebrated in one, each meaning something different to everyone who celebrates it. There are elements of the Roman Saturnalia, the Norse Yule, and of course the Christian faith. It's celebrated across the world, from Chile to Japan, a little differently in each country. But in my heart, there is one thing that is most important of all. And, what might that be? Generosity. Giving. Thinking of your fellow man or woman and extending a hand to them, just like how you break the night, in service of the Empress and the Empire. Being Santa is about bringing joy to those around you. Because at the end of the day, Christmas isn't about making yourself happy or the gifts you received, but how you can touch the lives of others and give them just a taste of magic. Oh, there's more Vanguard data files. Hold on. Oh, wow, this is a lot. That's a lot, guys. Oh, okay. Well, I guess next time when we have SCP Sundays, so that's the following week, not this week, but actually, you know what? We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling on Sunday. Either way, thank you all so much for joining me today. Let us see what we can do. Who we can share our love with. Oh, and make sure to get your Clippy. So if you're a Clip Studio Paint user, make sure to get your Clippy, okay? Oh dear. That poor pupper. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, who are we going to bother today? Let's go see I think it's only in Espanol. Yeah, I think it's only in Espanol. Unfortunate. I don't want to read Cranial again. Oh, okay, yeah, let's go visit this obelisk guy. He seems like he'll be fun. He's literally a talking obelisk. What could go wrong, guys? Let's go visit them and let's have a wonderful night. But don't worry, I will be back on Wednesday, and of course, we will be, probably playing either some Christmassy dating sim or some sort of Christmassy game. I want to play something Christmassy and have fun. Thank you all so much for coming, and I'll see you next time. And just in case I don't get to say it to you, Happy Christmas, Happy Holidays, and treat yourself well, and be good to one another. Because honestly, that's all we can be. Like, just don't be evil. Don't be mean to one another. Good night.